Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Putri Rahmah as the host today. Nowadays, many people are trying to learn a foreign language. Mastering many foreign languages is a very cool thing in the eyes of many people. Then, what is the fast or easy ways to learn a foreign language? Well, I'm currently with two people who are mastering in several foreign languages. There is Mr. Zayriko Akhmar. He is an English literature lecturer at the University of South Kalimantan. And there is Miss Rahmawati. She is a YouTuber and influencer who speaks several foreign languages. Okay, now to Mr. Zayriko. What do you think about foreign language learning in Indonesia?
I think foreign language learning in Indonesia still pretty minimal facilities. This happens because of a lack of motivation from students, not enough human resources and material teaching, and the excessive number of students frequently causes foreign language learning in Indonesia to be constrained.
So it's not just about the students, but actually about the human resources and also the number of the students.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about the merging of Indonesian and foreign languages as done by the children of the South Jakarta? Like when they speak, I mau beli sushi sama my mom, tapi I gak suka sushi, like that.
The phenomenon of merging foreign language carried out by younger generation in Jakarta is one of the broader trends. I feel that this phenomenon can be reason to simplify learning of foreign language. On the one hand, sometimes the use of this sentence does not correspond to the situation and conditions.
Okay, so it depends on the situation and also the condition. So move to Ms. Rahmawati. As a young generation, do you have a different perspective on learning foreign languages in Indonesia?
My perspective, foreign language learning in Indonesia is lacking, so we can introduce the younger generation how fun learning a foreign language.
Okay, so you think similar to Mr. Zayriko opinion,
Yes.
but you think it's better to introduce foreign language. So people in Indonesia think learning foreign language is a fun thing.
Yes.
Okay. So do you as a young generation like the way children speak, like South Jakarta children, which combine English with Indonesian?
For me, combine English with Bahasa is very unique.
And do you think it's important for young people to learn foreign language?
Yes.
How about you, Mr. Zayriko? As a lecturer, is learning a foreign language only important for the younger generation or for all Indonesian people?
I think that is for the all people in Indonesia. It's very important that can be taught or learned at different age. The younger generation and adults know how to important foreign language can facilitate communication with outsiders.
Okay, I see. So your opinion is it's better for all Indonesian people to learn a foreign language to communicate with others from the other country.
Yes.
And in your opinion, will learning foreign languages to the younger generation have a negative or positive impact?
I think there is interconnected, and there is no one more influential. For the example of this positive influence, it will be easy for the young learner to establish communication with other young generation out there with the language they learn. And also, the negative effect of foreign language teaching on the younger generation is the misuse of the foreign language for purposes that are not good, such as using profanity.
So it depends on that person who learns the foreign language. How they use the foreign language, it can be a positive or a negative effect.
Yes.
And at this time, many people think that learning a foreign language is difficult. So, Mr. Zayriko, what do you think about this?
No wonder many that no wonder many things that learning foreign language is tricky. It is not a mother tongue because it is a foreign language, such as English, often appears in various school subjects. So it's natural that some people think so.
Okay, so do you, your opinion is if people in Indonesia think that learning a foreign language is difficult because it's not their mother tongue.
Yes, these days.
So move on to Ms. Rahmawati. Do you think it is important if a person learns a foreign language down to its theoretical part or its rules of writing rather than just learning how to speak well in that foreign language?
Yes, for me, it's very important because we can make friends with anyone in the world. For we know we have to know the rules of writing because maybe one day we can write an essay in foreign language, so it will be very useful.
Okay. So, and how about you, Mr. Zayriko? Do you only study the theory part or just learn how to speak?
These two things are very related. Before learning how to speak, like foreigner in general, primary and general theories are needed when learning foreign language itself. When asked what is essential between theory and how to speak, I would say these two things are related.
So you do think that it's very important to learn theoretical part also and how to speak well in foreign language. Okay, now Ms. Rahmawati, you master 4 kinds of foreign languages. The question is whether you learn it independently or through a course.
Well, I study it independently.
Wow, so how long does it take you to master these 4 foreign languages?
The time I takes to master this for foreign language is approximately 5 years, starting when I was 15 years old.
So you were interested in learning foreign language when you were 15 years old?
Yes.
Now, do you have your own way to improve your foreign language skills?
My own method that I often use to improve my foreign language skills is frequently chatting with people who are proficiency with foreign language or the native speaker. If there are no friends to chat with, I often use watch movie or listen music.
So you like to communicate with the native speaker.
Yes.
And how can you easily learn these 4 foreign languages?
I study the language continuously in a way I like, so it makes me easy to learn it.
So you You choose what you like to learn foreign language.
Yes.
And how about you, Mr. Zayriko? Do you study a foreign language independently or not?
I learned a foreign language independently and understood through an expert or can be called a native speaker.
Okay, so it's similar with Miss Rahmawati. And how long does it take you to master English and also German?
For my own English, I need mastery for approximately 3 years, and for the German language, it takes 4 years.
So it's 7 years in
Yes.
total. And how do you learn the foreign language to make it easier so that it can be mastered quickly?
I use the method of reading, writing, and listening. These three things can increase vocabulary in learning a foreign language. As for the additional way of speaking, because in speaking we can apply the vocabulary we have and develop a speaking style.
So you choose a basic thing like reading, listening, and
Yes.
writing to learn a foreign language. Okay, and what way would you most recommend to others to learn a foreign language?
For that, I suggest to use method reading and listening. To make it easier to recognize and remember foreign language vocabulary, that's like watching movies, listening to music. On the movies, you can hear or listen the speakers what they say, and then look the subtitle. What is kind of the language is it?
Okay, it's not about just the subtitle, but also you can look at the action maybe in the movie. Move to Miss Rahmawati. From the ways of learning foreign languages that you have mentioned before, which way do you think is the easiest way to do?
For me, the easiest way is watching movie because the method is very easy and effective.
And which method do you recommend the most to other people who want to learn a foreign language?
The method I recommend is the method I mentioned earlier, watching movies.
So it's the same with Mr. Zayriko.
Yes.
Alright, it has been completed by Mr. Muhammad Zayriko Akhmar and also Ms. Rahmawati about easy ways to learn foreign languages. I'm Putri Maulida Rahmah. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.